Have you ever noticed how some people keep upgrading their lifestyle but never their bank balance? They look successful, the right car, the right phone, the right image, yet beneath the surface, they're exhausted, anxious, and one emergency away from financial collapse. That's because wealth isn't lost in one big mistake. It's drained drop by drop through habits you don't even notice. These aren't the dramatic, headline-worthy mistakes. They're quiet, comfortable, and dangerously normal. So today, we're pulling back the curtain on money habits that are secretly making you poor. If you catch even 2 of these in your life, this might be the wake-up call that saves you years of struggle. If success is your goal and you're ready to level up, make sure you subscribe. Every video is crafted to move you closer to the life you deserve. Let's begin. Number 1. Spending before you strategize. Most people don't have a money strategy. They have a money reflex. Income comes in, bills go out, and the rest vanishes. This habit silently kills wealth because money without direction always finds the path of least resistance, usually through your hands. The wealthy treat every dollar as an employee with a job to do: earn, grow, or protect. The poor treat every dollar like a guest, temporary, disposable, and easily forgotten. When you earn, you must assign purpose before emotion. Decide how much flows toward investments, how much toward living, and how much toward protection. It's not about rigid budgeting, it's about intelligent allocation. Imagine your finances as an ecosystem. Without structure, the strongest species, bills and desires, dominate everything. With structure, every part thrives. That's why automation and intentional planning matter. When you fail to plan your money, someone else, a company, an influencer, or an ad algorithm will plan it for you. Number 2. Confusing comfort with success. Modern society sells comfort as the ultimate achievement: soft life, easy money, effortless everything. But comfort is not success. It's the pause button before decline. Every time you choose convenience over growth, you trade potential for predictability. Ordering and daily upgrading devices unnecessarily, paying for shortcuts. These aren't luxuries. They're quiet leaks. The rich understand one truth: comfort comes after discipline, not before it. They delay comfort until their income streams can sustain it without stress. Comfort isn't evil. It just has to be earned by systems, not swipes. When comfort becomes your goal, expenses rise faster than income. When growth becomes your goal, income rises faster than lifestyle. Ask yourself, do I buy comfort because I've earned it or because I'm avoiding effort? Most people upgrade lifestyle to escape discomfort. The discomfort of learning new skills, managing investments, or facing money truths. Wealth builders do the opposite. They face the discomfort first, so comfort lasts forever. Number 3. Treating debt like a solution. Debt feels like oxygen when you're desperate, until you realize it's smoke. The moment you borrow for consumption, you trap future earnings in past emotions. Financially mature people don't avoid all debt. They design their debt. They borrow only when it accelerates income, like funding an asset, expanding a business, or acquiring a property that appreciates. Most people, however, use debt as anesthesia, a temporary relief from impatience. They buy lifestyle now, promising future work to pay for it later. That's not convenience, that's voluntary slavery. You don't need to fear debt, you need to understand leverage. When used right, leverage multiplies equity. When abused, it multiplies anxiety. Every borrowed dollar should serve a purpose greater than instant pleasure. Before signing anything, ask, will this debt produce cash flow or consume it? If it doesn't produce, it imprisons. Simple as that. Real freedom isn't the absence of debt, it's mastery over it. Number 4. Ignoring the power of small investments. People overestimate what big money can do and underestimate what small money can become. They wait until they have enough before investing, not realizing that time, not size, builds wealth. When you ignore investing early, you lose your greatest ally: compounding. It's not just math, it's momentum. Every delayed dollar sacrifices potential growth. Even a small amount placed consistently into a diversified portfolio, index fund, or dividend ETF can evolve into serious wealth over time. You're not just building an account, you're building a system. Here's the mindset shift. Don't invest when you're rich, invest so you can become rich. Every month you skip is a month your future self loses. Start small, automate it, and let compounding play the long game for you. Because the goal isn't instant profit, it's consistent progress. Number 5. Chasing lifestyle instead of freedom. The world has convinced you that wealth looks like luxury. It doesn't. Real wealth looks like time freedom, peace, and options. The habit of upgrading lifestyle every time income rises is the surest way to stay poor with expensive things. It's called lifestyle creep, and it's disguised as reward. Here's the rule the wealthy live by. Don't let your spending grow faster than your investing. When your lifestyle inflates, your opportunities deflate. Financial freedom begins when you stop buying to prove and start building to improve. Instead of buying symbols, buy systems, assets that pay you back. You don't need to downgrade your joy, just upgrade your priorities. Luxury is sweetest when your investments buy it, not your paycheck. Number 6. Ignoring financial systems. People don't fail because of lack of money. They fail because they lack systems. A system is what allows wealth to grow even when you're distracted. Without one, your finances depend on mood and memory, two unreliable managers. Wealth builders automate contributions, set alerts, review portfolios, and treat money management like business management. Your income needs structure, savings flow, investment flow, protection flow. Once built, systems remove emotion from decisions. Don't rely on motivation, rely on mechanism, because discipline fades, but systems don't. Wealth isn't luck. It's a series of well-built systems that function even when you're tired, bored, or busy. Number 7. Consuming more than you create. We live in an economy that rewards creators, not consumers. Yet most people spend their lives consuming content, trends, entertainment, while wondering why they're financially stagnant. Every hour spent scrolling could have built an income stream, a product, a digital asset, or a new skill. Consumption feels productive, but only creation compounds. You don't have to be an entrepreneur to create. You just have to start producing something. Ideas, services, digital assets, or value that earns while you sleep. The difference between financial struggle and financial freedom often comes down to one question. Do you consume more than you create? Start creating, even if it's small. A book, a blog, a course, a tool. Because consumers fund the dreams of creators. Number 8. Neglecting to protect your capital. Making money is exciting. Keeping it, that's mastery. Most people focus on growth and ignore protection, leaving their wealth exposed to randomness. Emergencies, scams, health issues, or simple miscalculations can wipe years of progress. That's why the rich protect before they expand. They diversify portfolios, maintain emergency buffers, and use insurance strategically, not fearfully. They study risk management as carefully as stock market analysis. You don't need paranoia, you need prudence. The goal isn't to avoid risk, but to survive it. Protecting your wealth ensures the compounding machine keeps running, uninterrupted, unstoppable. Number 9. Surrounding yourself with financial negativity. Money energy is contagious. If your environment is filled with people who complain about bills, blame the economy, or laugh at investing, their beliefs slowly rewire yours. Wealthy people curate circles that challenge, not comfort. They talk about opportunities, portfolios, and growth, not gossip or grievances. You become what you repeatedly hear. Surround yourself with financial optimism, books, podcasts, mentors, or even digital voices that expand your thinking. Your financial circle is your wealth thermostat. Raise it, and your outcomes follow. Number 10. Thinking like a spender, not a builder. The final and most destructive habit is subtle, treating money as something to use, not something to multiply. Spenders see money as fuel for lifestyle. Builders see it as raw material for creation. Every dollar you earn can either end or begin a new cycle. The poor spend it. The wealthy assign it to create equity, income, or ownership. To break this habit, shift from, how can I spend this, to, how can I grow this? That single question changes everything. How you buy, how you invest, and how you live. Money should never be your destination. It's your construction tool. Use it to build freedom, and one day, your money will start building for you. You don't become poor overnight. You just practice the wrong habits long enough. The same way compounding multiplies money, bad habits multiply poverty. But here's the beautiful part. Habits are replaceable. You can shift from consumer to investor, from spender to strategist, from comfort seeker to freedom builder. If this opened your mind, subscribe, stay curious, and build your systems, because the quiet moves you make today will create the freedom you live tomorrow. Hit like and share this with your loved ones. Now, if you're curious about Why minimalism is the ultimate wealth move. That's exactly what I cover in the next video. See you there.